Hey y'all, so I'm doing a little mini vlog. Today is Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. So I'm actually preparing for an interview that I have scheduled today at 2 o'clock. So as you guys can see, I have my laptop out here. I'm basically just reviewing some notes that I made from my previous interviews, going over interview questions, looking at my resume, reviewing my resume. I'm feeling a little anxious right now, but I'm trying to remain calm. I just thought I'd show you guys what I'm wearing. So pretty much it's on Zoom. My background is disgusting. It's messy, but there's construction going on in my house. So like literally I have like a bed stuck in my room that I cannot do anything about it. But honestly, I really feel like they're not going to be watching that. Like I remember when I was doing one of my interviews, the lady that was doing my interview was literally in like an empty room with construction in the back and going on in the back. Noises were going on in the back. So I really feel like this is the least. But yeah, and my room is quiet, so nothing's gonna disturb my interview. That's what I'm trying to say. What is I gonna do? Oh yeah, I want to show you guys my outfit. So I'm pretty much just wearing dress pants and a sweater, a turtleneck sweater, gray turtleneck sweater. It's kind of baggy. Yeah, this is what I sweater. I wore this on my last interview. I don't know, it looks so, I'm gonna smooth it out before I start the interview. But pretty much, honestly, see, it doesn't look bad. Like, this sweater is a little bit big for me, but it's because I lost a lot of weight. That's why. And I no longer fit larges, so now I'm more like a small. But we're gonna make it work, and it doesn't matter. I truly feel like, you guys couldn't even see me, I truly feel like they're not gonna be focused on what I wear, as long as I look presentable and I look, as long as I look pretty much presentable and I am answering the questions and giving them the responses that they want to hear, that's what they'll be focused on. So yeah, I'm just taking some time to review my notes. So I have some notes that I wrote down, like interview notes, like what makes great patient care, tell me about a time you had to make difficult decision, what are your goals and how does your job meet them, etc., etc. So yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna run through those notes and just kind of take some time out for myself. I have 2 more hours before my interview on Zoom, and just kind of like de-stress. But yeah, it's really important I know it's really important to go into these interviews and just be confident. Like, even if, deep down you have some insecurities, it's important to at least just come across confident. Like, literally fake it till you make it. And that's kind of what I'm gonna do, like what I plan to do. Honestly, this is an interview, I didn't even mention this was an interview for an NICU job. So yeah, I'm pretty much going over some important NICU like assessments, just basic assessments for a neonate, and just going over my resume and my qualifications so I am ready to respond. But yeah. Hi guys. Oh my god, so sorry, there's noise. I just finished my Zoom interview, and so this was for, I didn't give you guys that much information, but yeah, it's for an NICU job. a position, a nursing job, specifically on an NICU unit. And again, this is only my fourth nursing interview that I've ever been on. So I definitely feel like that one went a lot more smoother than my previous ones. I was still like very, very, very nervous. I think it went well. I asked actually a lot of questions. Like, they had a lot of questions to ask me, but I also asked a lot of questions. Currently, I've interviewed for 2 NICU jobs, and the first one actually asked me for my references, and I think they contacted my references, but they haven't like given me an offer yet. And so because I haven't received an offer, I was like, you know what, I might as well do another interview. You know, it doesn't hurt to at least have my options open and hear what they have to say. So a lot of my questions that I asked them, like, they obviously had their opportunities to ask me questions in the beginning, and I answered them as best as I can and as honestly as I can. But a lot of my questions, because I know I have to decide, like, I honestly, for my last interview, I felt like it was a good interview, so I kind of have a good feeling about that one. Like, I feel like they might actually offer me the job. Usually when they contact the references, especially if you provide really good references, most likely that means that they're thinking about hiring you. It just takes a long time to contact everyone. But this one, basically, I asked them questions like regarding, you know, the fact that I'm a new grad. How does your facility, how does your hospital support new grads? How do you specifically support new grads in this specialized area? What is your orientation process? So how does that look like? How many shifts would be? What would be the acuity of the patients that I would be working with during my orientation? Like, asking all those types of questions were important because I feel like the answer to them will ultimately determine my choice. Like, if I, for example, if I do get offered like 2 jobs, then I have to decide which one I will take. Those things are important to me because I personally want to be a part of a community and a hospital that is, you know, that is supportive of me, supportive of a new grad, supportive, and has resources to help us, especially in this population. Like, NICU, these are like the most fragile babies, you know, so it can be very scary. But I'm open to learn and I'm open to grow, and honestly, my med-surg experience has been very limited. Like, I don't have that much med-surg experience, to be honest. I'm gonna go into more like detail about my background about NICU probably in another, or my experience working on the NICU in my consolidation. So I actually did consolidate there, so that was a good thing that I got to bring up in the interview, and I think that set me apart. But again, I still don't know what the outcome's going to be because they still have a series of interviews to do next week. So I have no clue. I'm just being positive and I'm being open-minded, and honestly, all you can do is just be prepared and focus on yourself. Like, today I didn't worry about the fact that, oh, they have so much interviews next week. Just focus on yourself. How can you stand out? How can you make a difference? You know, like, how can you be different from the other people who are being interviewed? So yeah, that's my little rant. I feel like that was a little kind of all over the place, but if you guys want me to do more of like a video specifically about like my experience doing my consolidation on the NICU unit, you can leave a comment below and I can like do more of an in-depth like video and talk about the skills that I learned and what it's like and everything, right. But yeah, for now we're just doing the vlogs. I don't know how I felt about it. Like, after I do an interview, I never really know how I feel. I honestly don't know how I feel about that one. The last interview that I did, like, I don't think I did bad. I actually feel like I answered those questions good. But like, when the person who is interviewing you is very like objective, like they're not like smiling and nodding like yes, like agreeing with you. If they are smiling and nodding, that's like, to me, that's a good sign. That's a good indication, like, oh, okay, you're feeling the answers, like, but I didn't really get that vibe. Like, most of them, like, I was answering and they were all like looking down, because I think they were all writing down my responses or typing it up, so their face was kind of straight, but I don't think it was a reflection of like my answers. There was a question that they asked me about a baby on CPAP. Now, I've only worked with a baby I actually never even had a baby who was on CPAP, like on my assignment. But I've had other nurses that were on the unit that they had the CPAP baby, so I had the opportunity to like go and watch and see what the CPAP machine is and how it works. Like, it was more of just like observation versus knowing what the care plan for that baby is. So they basically asked me like what would be certain things that I would ask during report to the outgoing nurse before she leaves, if you have a baby who's on CPAP and has like all these IVs. And so like I gave my best answer. I probably did miss a few things, but yeah. Honestly, I'm learning, and they gave me an opportunity to like think about it and then answer. The nice thing about it is that they did make it clear, like, if you have to like take a second to think, take a minute to think, take a minute to think. If you have to like ask us to repeat the question, feel free to ask us to repeat. So there were a lot of questions that I did ask them to like repeat or say slower, so because they were pretty wordy and they were very open and they're very nice about doing that. But that still doesn't make I still don't know how, like, where I stand. I feel like you do the NCLEX and then you leave and you're just like, I don't know if I passed. Like, I literally feel like that right now. I don't know if they liked me. But yeah, my interview session is pretty much done. If you guys have any more questions, I will be doing a video specifically about like interviews and interview questions specifically. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you comment below or subscribe. Actually, do both. Stop what you're doing, do both. Subscribe right now so you can see that video and you know when I post, and comment below and let me know a specific question that you have regarding interviews for a new grad nurse, because I am a new grad, okay? I'm being so silly, but yeah, let me know. Bye.